Hi, guys. Good afternoon, and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host, Eddie, and in today's video, I wanted to share with you guys my thoughts and feelings on a topic that I thought and debated with myself about doing, but after seeing so many videos covering so many benign topics in terms of entertainment and pop culture on YouTube, I thought, fuck it, why not me? Joining me today is Lucille, and she is awesome, at least this replica of her is, because today's video is called The Case for the Walking Dead Season 7. Before I begin, of course, please watch this video with extreme caution. I will be discussing major spoilers from The Walking Dead seasons 7 through 10. So if you're not caught up or you're currently watching it, watch this video with extreme caution and discretion, or maybe don't watch it at all. Just a word of warning. That being said, let's get right into it. So prior to the arrival of Negan, who made his debut in the season 6 finale, and then, of course, has been on the show ever since. Everyone was bitching. A lot of people were complaining and bitching about that the show kept recycling the same storyline, which is they find a place to live, they have a fight with enemies and walkers, they're forced to flee, they lose their home, and they just rinse and repeat. That's fair. That's a valid criticism. I get it. It does feel like they recycle the same storyline. I personally don't have a problem with it because I find it to be extremely entertaining and satisfying, but I might be biased because I'm such a huge fan of the show. So everybody kept saying how much they wished and wanted the show to change, or how it never changes and shit like that. Well, guess what, people? It did change, and you didn't like the change. It changed when they introduced a powerful new enemy for our characters, and people didn't like it. They didn't like it because he brutally murdered one of the most beloved, popular characters on the show and comics, Glenn, in front of his pregnant wife, which was fucked up. And they completely demoralized, dehumanized, broke, and defeated Rick and all his allies in a way we had not seen them defeated before. Not even the governor psychologically broke Rick the way Negan did. So I feel like, when they introduced a ruthless, bloodthirsty tyrant and an army of assholes, perverts, and overall bullies, people don't like seeing their beloved characters being mistreated the way they were, the way the saviors treated and regarded the people who served them and lived under their thumb. And that's probably why the show lost so many viewers, because people simply just didn't like seeing what was happening to our characters, even though some of us who've been watching the show since day one know our characters always hit a rough patch or a rough spot, but always manage to come out on top or rise up once again. And that's exactly what happened by the end of season 7 with that awesome battle in Alexandria, triggered by Shiva pouncing on a savior, stopping Negan long enough from killing Carl in front of Rick. That's why season 7 finale is one of my favorite finales. It did not have one of my favorite premieres, and overall it's not one of my favorite seasons. But it does have its moments, and the season still works for me thanks to the awesome, charismatic, and captivating performance of Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Negan. And because of the lack of excitement and action in season 7, they made up for it in the awesome, action-packed, exciting season 8, which was all-out war between Rick and his allies and the Saviors, which, really made up for the lack of action we got in season 7. I think another thing that also hurt season 7 was the fact that, prior to season 7 was the amazing season 6, which was a perfect blend of action, excitement, and drama. Season 7 had plenty of drama, but very little action and excitement. So when your follow-up season to a show that had such an awesome season, which was season 6, and I am including the finale because I liked it, I think that's going to hurt the show in the follow-up season because it just did not come off as strong or as good as season 7. Fortunately, seasons 8 through 10 have been a big improvement over what season 7 was. And plus, as much as I hated Negan for a while and wanted to see him die at the hands of Rick, Daryl, or Shiva, I grew to like him very quickly. He was a great villain to hate, and even though he hasn't been killed or executed for his crimes, we have seen him psychologically and physically tormented since his debut on the show by multiple people. Both villains and good guys have treated him in that regard. And now he's become kind of a fan favorite anti-hero and has had some awesome scenes since then with Daryl, Maggie, Michonne, and villains including Beta and Alpha, which have been huge highlights for me, especially the shit between Beta, Daryl, and Negan in the season finale. With Angela Kane taking over from Scott Gimple, who was the showrunner for many years, she reinvigorated the show by making the show do exactly what the earlier seasons did, which was put complex characters in appalling situations. And Negan definitely qualifies as a complex character. He went from being a ruthless tyrant to having nothing, and now he's more of an anti-hero than a villain. He's still got a bit of an edge to him, but he's not the sociopath that he once was when we first met him. So, yeah, I get it. You stopped watching it because he killed your favorite character. That's fine. But you know what? You wanted the show to change. It did change. You didn't like the change, and that is on you. Don't blame the show. I guess at the end of the day, none of this really matters because the show is now finally ending in its 11th and final season, which will hopefully drop next year. So maybe this video isn't really relevant at all. What do you guys think? Are you still watching The Walking Dead? If so, why? And if you're not, why not? I'd love to hear your opinions. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. Feel free to comment down below what your favorite scene or character is from the overall series of the show, if you can remember that far back. Thanks for watching, guys. Have an awesome rest of your day. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.